How you doing, Real Motivation? Terrance McKinney back with a new video. In today's video, we're going to talk about helping people. The importance of helping people. Today I'm going to give you 4 reasons why it's important that you help people. And any opportunity that you should help something, that you got a chance to help somebody, you should do it. Number 1, let's dig right into it. Why not? Anytime somebody asks you for help, you got to ask yourself, why not? If it's not going to put you in danger, if it's not going to make you miss something that you got going important for yourself, or if it's not going to jeopardize something that you got going on, why not? Why not help somebody? If somebody asks you for help, obviously they need the help. And if you're in a position to help that person, you need to help that person. 1, they wouldn't ask you if they probably didn't need that help. So, and if you're in a position to help them, you should help them. 1, is going to build character in you. You're going to find a reward once you help somebody and you know that they really needed the help. You're going to find a reward. When they thank you and it's sincere from the bottom of their heart, you're going to find that reward, and you're going to feel like you did a good deed. And the more good deeds you do, the better you feel about yourself, and it just builds your morale, it builds your character. I'm gonna tell you a story about when I helped somebody like indeliberately and how it made me feel. Okay, a couple of years ago, we was doing like a drive for my employees at my job, and we was asking for donations from our customers, and the drive was we was gonna spend the money right back with our employees and take our employees, like we was gonna pick some of the people that was less fortunate. And in a particular restaurant I was working in, because I ran restaurants for a long time. So we was doing the donation drive that we was gonna help the most less fortunate people in the store. And to me, I always thought, like, my people, they doing okay, they doing all right for themselves. They working, they showing up every day for work, they got money. So I kind of thought the drive was like really not a big deal, and my employees didn't really need it. So at my particular location, we really didn't take the drive seriously as we should. I mean, we asked for donations, but we could have did it a lot. We could have asked for more donations, and we could have took it a lot more seriously. Okay, so it comes to go shopping, for our families. I get the list. I picked a certain amount of employees in my store, and I get the list, and they give me the list, and I try my best to get everything that was on the list or close to the list, and the group of restaurants that I was a part of, we generated so much money that each restaurant just got a certain amount of money to spend on their employees, depending on how many kids they had. So I'm doing the shopping and everything, and the whole time I'm really thinking, like, man, like, these kids is gonna get over, man. These kids is gonna have it double. They getting Christmas from us, and I know they gonna get a Christmas from their parents. I know they gonna get a Christmas from their father. Like, these kids probably gonna come out better than my kids, thinking being naive and thinking people in the same position I am. That was wrong with me to think that. But so I get the presents and everything, and so Christmas come around, and it finally can't find time for these kids to come get these gifts and everything else, and so I was there when these kids came and got these gifts. And when these kids came and got these gifts, I don't know what else they got at home or what else they got outside of these gifts. I don't know if they got a lot of stuff or what they didn't get, because the point is, it didn't matter. When I seen those kids open up those gifts, just the look of joy on their face was something that made me feel like I should have took the donation and the drive a lot more serious, because these kids, they was ecstatic. And these kids was happy. These kids was thanking me. These kids was hugging me. These kids was running up, jumping on me, and it made me feel like I was Santa Claus, and it made me feel like I was Saint Nick himself, because these kids it was pure excitement and pure happiness, and they thought I was just like the best person in the world, because they seen me the one bringing the gifts in, and let alone it wasn't my money and it wasn't my idea, and I didn't even take the idea seriously enough. But just the way those kids received those gifts just turned my whole perception of the donation, the drive, and just helping other people. Those kids were thankful, and it gave me a feeling that I never ever felt before, and it made me think like, damn, I didn't take that seriously. Like, that was silly of me not to take that seriously like I could have, because we could have raised and donated a lot more money and made these kids even have a bigger Christmas. But it was just the feeling and the reception that they gave me, let me know like, okay, I got to step up. And it just gave me when I seen them open up them presents, I got happy, and it was a feeling that I can't even explain. So it did a lot, like, and it made me look at things totally different. And so now when I'm in a position to help somebody, I always ask myself, why not? Number 2, you gonna need help. I don't care who you are and what position you is in life and where you at. You gonna need help. I mean, everybody gonna need help, and the help may vary. I mean, it could be emotionally help, it could be financial help, it could be physical help. It don't matter. You gonna ask somebody for some help sooner or later. And if you don't ask somebody for his help, you still gonna need it. Take for instance, a month and a half ago, we got pummeled by snow within a couple of hours. I mean, and I got a sports car. I got a Camaro. It's a low rider. I haven't had to deal with no snow in like 4 years, so I forgot what having a sports car in the snow is like. But a month ago, we got pummeled with snow. Pummeled. I mean, it's 3:30 in the middle of the rush hour, and I was actually on my way to go pick up one of my employees. And I'm a person who I help people all the time, but I really never ask people for help because I always try to do it myself, and I always try to work through it. And even when I really need somebody help, that's just a pride issue I'm working with in myself. I still really don't need help. I mean, I still feel like I really don't need help. I feel like I can do anything for myself. But in this snowstorm, I needed help because in my sports car, I got stuck. And not only did I get stuck once, I got stuck 3 different times. And it was a helpless feeling. And being stuck on a hill in the middle of rush hour at 3 o'clock in the middle of a snowstorm, and everybody stuck around you, and you can't call nobody to come get you because, I mean, if you stuck on a hill, who you gonna call to come get you off the hill? The tow truck in the snowstorm? Yeah, right. That'd be impossible. You'll be waiting 2 to 3 hours. But guess what? 3 different people hopped out of their cars and came to help me. And not one time, like, they seen me struggling, they seen me spinning out on the side of the road. One time it was a lady. She said, "Hey buddy, you need help?" I said, "Yes, please." I mean, it was tons of people seeing me or stuck in the same position and I wasn't asking them for help, but they weren't offering. They said, "You need help?" I said, "Yes." So she helped me get up the hill. Boom. So I'm on my way home. And then I get stuck on another hill. And then a guy come outside of his house and seeing me stuck, and he helped me get up the next hill. And then I'm almost home, and there's one more hill I gotta pass. And guess what? I get stuck on this hill. And next thing I know, out of nowhere, as I'm stuck, I see 3 young guys running behind me in the mirror, and they just like go, we pushing. And next thing you know, they push me. But I never been helped like that in my life, and it just felt so good that. And I needed that help, and if it wasn't for that help, I would have definitely got home sooner or later. But it probably been like 3 to 4 hours. I'd probably been stuck in the snow. I probably would have had to leave my car in the snowstorm, and that's one thing you never want to do in a snowstorm is leave your car parked on the side of the road where you got a whole bunch of cars just spinning out and trying to make it up hills, because one, your car might get actually hit by another car that's being trapped, or your car might get towed once the streets get clear, or you just don't want to leave your car somewhere, it might get vandalized or anything. So I got help from 3 different people, and I'm a person that never need help or never ask for help and feel like I never need help. But that day, those 3 different people helped me, and it felt so good, and I needed help. And the whole time in my head, as I'm stuck and I'm spinning out and I'm trying to get my car, I'm like, man, I need help, I need help, I need help, and help came. So I don't care who you are and what position you is, you gonna need help. So when somebody else need help, you got to think about that. Like, I'm gonna need help one day, so I need to go ahead and help this person. Number 3, helping people creates a winning atmosphere. I mean, like, if you ever want people to get on your level and you ever want a winning team or a winning culture, then you gotta help them people. You gotta bring them people along. You gotta give them people everything you had, so you create that winning atmosphere and that winning culture. I mean, you never go somewhere and see a winning organization or a good team that ain't helping each other. It's all about teamwork and working together. I mean, you can talk about sports, you can talk about anything that deal more than one or two people, where you need somebody else and you need teamwork. You're gonna have to help each other. You're not gonna get by without helping each other. If you want to be a great dynasty like the Patriots, or if you want to have something like the Lakers got going on, or the Yankees that had on, if you want to build a winning atmosphere and a winning culture, you gotta help each other. You gotta help that next person. You gotta bring them along, because you will never get there by yourself. I don't care who you is. You can't do nothing alone in this world. You're going to need somebody else to help you, and you got to create that winning atmosphere and that winning culture. So if you want to get everybody on your level and create a good team, then you teach them how to help this next person. You teach that next person how to help that next person, and you lead by example. You create that culture, and you create a winning atmosphere. Number 4, and this is the reason why you should help people. You should tell people no, because you don't want to seem selfish. If somebody constantly asking you for help and you saying no, and you don't even, you shut them down before they even get it out of their mouth, or it's to the point to where they avoid you and ain't even asking you for help, then you seem selfish. And you don't want to do that, because one, nobody gonna want to work with somebody that seems selfish. And nobody's going to want to do something for you if you seem selfish. Nobody's going to want to help somebody who only want to looking out for numero uno, only looking out for themselves. So once you get that stigma and people start to see, like, hold on, every time I ask him for help, he tell me no. Or every time I ask him for help, he make an excuse. Or every time I ask him for help, he never comes through the way I come through for him. He's just a selfish person. You don't want that. You don't want that label. You don't want that stigma, because, I mean, it'll ruin friendships. It'll ruin relationships. And people tend not to do things for you when you seem selfish. If you all in it for numero uno, why should I want to help you? If you only looking out for you, that's every single person out there. They're going to think like, why? Why should I help you? I remember you denied me. I remember you turned me down. So you was only thinking out for you then. And so now I'm not gonna do nothing for you. And you don't want to see that, because you'll find out you selfish when you really need somebody. I mean, you can be selfish for a long time, but that crunch time when you really need somebody and people start turning you down, and maybe you need to look like, why is these people telling me no? Why is nobody helping me? You may be that selfish person. If you can't get help from nobody, it's probably because you're not helping enough people. So let's recap. The top 4 reasons why you should help people and why it's so important. Number 1, why not? Just ask yourself that question, why not? If it's not putting me in danger, if it's not bringing me any harm, and I'm not jeopardizing something that I got going on really important, why not? What's the worst to come of it? Number 2, everybody needs help. I don't care who you is, where you at, you're going to need help from somebody else one day. So everybody going to need help, so help somebody. Number 3, it builds a winning culture and it builds a winning atmosphere. The more you help people, and if you try to establish something and bring people along, and you want that winning atmosphere and that winning culture, you got to help those people get there, and they got to help those other people get there, and it got to be a chain reaction, like a whole bunch of dominoes falling against each other. And number 4, you don't want to seem selfish. Don't nobody like a selfish person. So real motivation, try to find some way to help somebody out today.